benefits of virtual tours for event space for the past probably 4 weeks. And repetition is good, things people remember, right? So I'm going to talk more about it. And 4 specific venues, if you will. First, starting with wedding venues. Click on that. Let's come to this. So, wedding venues, specifically in Vermont, people from all over come to Vermont to have their weddings, right? Not just Vermonters. And these people, I'm just going to let that run, have a lot of money to spend, and a lot of times they hire wedding planners. Mm-hmm. Those wedding planners don't live in Vermont usually. They're from New York City or California. And those wedding planners have lots of questions and they need lots of information. And what a great way to give the wedding planner exactly what they need. Saves on travel charges for the person who's having the wedding planned for them. Do you need measurements? One of the things you can do with this, any of these tours actually, is you get a floor plan and there's a measurement tool which is 99% accurate. So if you have a large piece of, if you're doing a themed wedding and you have all this stuff that you need to move into the wedding venue, you can actually accurately put it in place. How many tables do you need? How many people are actually going to attend that wedding? These are all important things. Are the tables round? Are they square? Do you need a dance floor? Is there going to be a band? All this helps with that. Where are you going to put the cake? It's got to be in a safe place or somebody's going to not knock it over, right? So something to think about. Let's get out of here. Next up, theaters, concert venues. How many of you have ever gone to a play or a concert and thought you had a great seat and you ended up with yes? It's happened to me, I know. I was like, so what if you could actually see the view from where you were going to sit? Would that have any impact on your choice to be able to look around the theater and pick your spot, even if you're up in the nosebleed section? This theater doesn't have any of those bad views really, but you can see the stage pretty clearly from here. Another thing too is, would you like to know if there's concessions in the place? Do you need a beer while you're watching the show, right? Or soda? Absolutely. Where are the bathrooms? This might be important for some people. Is it handicap accessible? Is it, and where can the handicapped people sit, right? This greatly improves the guest experience. And not only that, as I've talked about many times, the ability to put this on your website greatly increases your SEO because people will spend much more time in this than they will actually looking around your website. The average time, 5 to 10 minutes, which is a lifetime in the world of online. Being online. Meeting space. Let me just bring this up. So again, the ability to look at a floor plan for meeting space is helpful specifically for vendors that might be setting up. Whoops, I'm getting ahead of myself. Venues, theaters. Did my stuff get out of order? There we go. Event planners. They can collaborate with a client remotely to reduce site visits. How big a room do you need? Not only that, you can put in all kinds of information in these rooms. What's available, the size of the room, the capacity of the room, how many people can it handle. Amenities. Do you need catering? Is there a bar, a stage, a dance floor, like we said before? Are there breakout rooms, other places that you can go to have breakouts during your meetings? All very important stuff. And again, specific needs like audio, visual setup. And again, accessibility, very important, especially these days. Lastly, in my show and tell experience, is trade shows. And much like meeting rooms, this is a much bigger application. It gives a trade shows, too many pages. Again, floor plans, we can do floor plans, helpful for vendors, setting up booth location. This is a trade show in Miami, an art trade show, which is very well done because they tagged absolutely everything they could in through this and put additional information in each one of these booths. Find out more about the product, more about, I'm not going to take you out of there, but I'll take you to a website where you can learn more about the product, about the designer, tons of information. Again, the ability to keep people in something like this, it could be hours on end. Great for your website. Again, collaborate with event planners on the layout. Aids both the planners and the vendors and the public as well. And you can archive this. You can keep this forever. So you can show the next year's trade show participants what is available to them, how they can set up, where their booths might be, what's the best booth spot, because anybody that's ever been to a trade show and been stuck in the back corner where nobody's going by you, that really sucks. But if you could figure that out before you got there, that would be much more enjoyable. So, got a minute left. So, 4 things I talked about already. The immersive experience by utilizing 360-degree panoramic views and interactive elements. Virtual tours allow users to explore the venue virtually, giving them a sense of being physically present. Time and cost savings. Eliminate the need for travel expenses and time-consuming site visits. Plus, event organizers can showcase their spaces to a wider audience. Enhanced decision-making. Streamlines the decision-making process, leading to an increased client satisfaction and a higher conversion rate for bookings. And lastly, remote accessibility. Allow clients from anywhere in the world to explore and evaluate event space without being physically present. Overall, virtual tours for event space offer an engaging, cost-effective, and convenient solution that enhances the client experience, streamlines decision-making, and expands the potential customer base. Any questions? Cody, you're first.
Yeah, in order to kind of better prepare a referral, what that process of working with you would be like, is there anything that they need to provide you, or is it just access to that event and you know, take a lot of pictures and whatnot? Like, what should we prepare them for, what that process is?
Basically, just a meeting, upfront meeting to find out what the client's needs really are, because everybody is different, and that's just the start to see if we can even work together.
Gotcha, okay.
Rebecca?
How far do you travel?
I'll travel anywhere somebody's willing to pay me.
That's such a good answer.
Jason.
With the overhead floor plan views in the tour there, is that something that's stitched together with like the soccer you use or some version of AI or something? I'm assuming you're not taking some sort of overhead drone picture through the roof.
Nope, that's created by
just based on the other pictures you take for the tour, it generates that overhead view and does the measurements itself.
Again, 99.9% accuracy.
So you don't actually measure any spaces? It's
No,
all
the
based on
camera, one of the cameras I showed you actually uses laser scanning, not just a picture, but a laser scan of the entire place and creates those measurements for us. And we can turn that into an actual black and white floor plan as well.
Wow.
Anybody else?
I had a quick question. It looks like you recommended the space be empty when you do a virtual tour, or do you ever have them with people, customers?
You know, I've done it for corporations that say just go in and do it, like a Verizon store, even while customers are in there, and we have an automatic blurring ability, so it blurs the people's faces. So we can, but we would rather not have it, because people move, and when people move, it creates kind of a blurry picture. But Vicky, did you have one?
No, no, it's just.
Okay, all right, thank you.